Hello, my name is Garrett and I'm the Automotive Guru. In today's video, we'll be discussing the 2021 Mercedes-Benz navigation system. Now by the end of this video, you should have a better understanding of how to operate key functions such as map orientation, entering in addresses manually and audibly, setting points of interest, and so much more. So if you're interested in learning more on how your Mercedes works, consider subscribing and let's get started. Now this is the home screen in the 2021 Mercedes-Benz E-Class, and they've done a terrific job with the navigation system, especially if you look at previous models. Now they've implemented the two words, "Hey Mercedes,
how can I help?
Take me to the navigation screen." And as you can see here, it can perform functions for the navigation system and in-car functions, and it works really well. Later in the video, you'll be able to see some of these functions that we'll actually tell it to do. So starting off on the map screen here, to zoom in and zoom out, we can go like this to zoom in and zoom out, which is really cool and very useful. We can also do this on the trackpad located in the center console of the vehicle. Now on the bottom of the screen, we'll see a thing that says where to, and it looks like a search function. And it actually is. So we'll click right here, where to, and this is where we can begin to enter in points of interest or physical addresses directly into the system. So much like you would on your phone for entering in maps, you'll just start by the house number, then you'll put the street, and then you'll go by town. And on the right here, it'll start to give you suggestions. So we'll click right here, and then it'll give you another suggestion, Palm Springs, which it is, and then you'll click right here to start it. If we select right here on the screen, we get the series of options that display down here. And if we don't want to hear the voice guidance come up, basically telling us turn left or turn right in 100 feet, select this button right here and it will turn that off for us. Now, if we press right here, this allows us to see route overviews, alternative routes, traffic information, route list, and so much more. Most times, the most common things that you'll use is alternative routes and maybe route overview. This will give you an idea of the different routes that are available. Now, because it's such a close proximity to where we're actually at, you're not going to see any variations, but if you're going to a farther location, you would definitely see different ways to go there. We'll press the back button, which is that arrow, and we'll go to Route Overview and select here. And this will give you destination details. You can find points of interest in your vicinity, such as gas stations, parking, restaurants, and so much more. In the top right here, you can click this button right there and you can save it in previous destinations. You can save it as a favorite. You can save it as home, work. We'll press the back button and we'll go back to navigation. And at the bottom of the screen, you'll have this flag with an X. That allows you to cancel the route. So if you press right there, it will cancel like so. On the very right side, you have a wheel, and this is the settings. So currently we have traffic information on, we have parking information on, and highway information on. If it is selected blue, it means it's on. If it's not selected blue, it means it's off. At the bottom, you'll select advanced. This is where you can adjust map orientation from the settings menu itself. Currently, we have auto zoom on. And what that means is that if you were to zoom in or zoom out, it would always go back to a preset zoom location. You also have the ability to change 2D heading up, which looks like this, 3D, which looks like this, and then 2D north up, which looks like this. When you're on 2D north up, it means this is the north part of the screen. So you have north, east, south, and west. I prefer personally to have heading up or 3D, where basically the arrow is the front of the vehicle and I follow that. For me, that's easier, but for some other people, it might be better to have north up. Now in the instrument cluster, you can also adjust different things. So when you have the instrument cluster set to the navigation screen, as seen here, you can do it on auto zoom as well. You can have 2D heading up, 2D north up, or 3D as well. So pretty cool features. We'll press the back button here on the main screen, and we'll go to map elements. This is where you can select points of interest symbols. Now, if you do not want any points of interest showing up on the map, you can simply select this button and none of them will show up. If you do want them to show up though, you can select this and go through which ones you would like to be on the actual map and which ones you would not like to be on the map. As you can see, there's quite a bit of different points of interest you can set. We'll select the back button. Satellite map. This is basically when we go to the home screen here and we start to zoom out, you'll begin to see that it will go to satellite. We'll go back to settings here. We'll go to advanced again, and we'll go into map elements. We also have range, and what range does is it basically shows you nearest gas stations when you get low on gas. Traffic incidents, free-flowing traffic, delays, all of that information there. I have it all set on. I suggest that you do it as well. We'll press the back button, augmented reality. Now this is an option for these vehicles to have augmented reality, and what that basically does is it'll show you a live view of exactly where to turn. So you basically can't miss a turn any longer. Now you can have the street names and the house numbers appear in that augmented reality. I do recommend that. Once you see it in person, you'll never pretty much want to go back to a standard navigation system because it works so well. Traffic light view, this is when you come up to a traffic light. Does it automatically go on for you? Does it ask you to come on, or is it off completely? I leave it on automatic. I let the system choose for me what it thinks to be best. Text information, highway information, next intersecting streets. I like that information to be there. On the footer, which is the bottom of the screen when we're on the main screen, you can have the current street, geo-coordinates, or none. Before we had it on geo-coordinates. Now we'll select current street, and when we go back, you can see at the bottom here, it tells us the current street that we're on. We'll go back into the advanced settings where we see announcements. You can have no voice guidance or voice guidance activated as we saw previously. You can have tone only and a bunch of other different cool features as well. You can have it announce traffic warnings. We'll also go into route. You can have the fastest route, the shortest route, eco, dynamic route, which means automatic or on request. You can have it avoid certain things such as highways, tunnels, unpaved roads. And then the last couple are suggested alternative routes. So basically when you set a destination, will it pop up the different routes that you can choose from? I like to have that on. Now with the navigation system, you can actually change this screen over here, this instrument display, into like a mini navigation screen itself. We do this on the left side of the steering wheel here by pressing the home button once and releasing. After we have done this, we'll run our finger over this little trackpad to the left to navigation. Then we'll swipe down until we see this screen right here, which says display. We press it, and now you've basically got your instrument display, your navigation screen, which works really, really well. We can also make this into just the center portion a navigation screen. So we can also press the back button here, and then we swipe up once, and as you can see here, it's just in the center. So there's many different options that they give you for this navigation screen on the instrument display. Personally, I tend to, when at least I'm driving one of these, I tend to put it on the display function. Because for me, I really don't need it to have all this other stuff. I don't need to know my speed. My speed is up here digitally, and I also don't need to see the tachometer. So for me, it's much easier to utilize this as a navigation screen because it's just one quick look down, and then maybe have the radio or something else on the other screen on the right. Additionally, if you just want the right circle to be the navigation screen, you can run your finger to the right and then swipe down, and eventually you'll get to the map being there, as you can see here. Really, really cool. So we'll go back here and we'll end it on a couple of these features that we see here on the side, as well as Hey Mercedes functionalities. If we click this button, it gives us a compass on the screen. We'll go back to navigation, parking that is around us. We can also search, as you can see at the top. At the bottom, quickly we can access different orientations instead of having to go into the map settings. Now that we're on the main screen here, we're going to start with a couple of the commands that we can give it audibly. Now this system doesn't have all of the online services connected yet, which you will want in your vehicle to be connected by the dealer. As you can see here when I say, "Hey Mercedes,"
How can I help?
it says right here, online services currently unavailable. So we won't be able to do all the functions, but we will be able to do some of them, like seen here. "Hey Mercedes,
How may I help you?
take me to 4095 East Palm Canyon Drive, Palm Springs, California."
Starting route guidance to 4095 East Palm Canyon Drive, Palm Springs, California.
And just like that, it works. And it works so simply, which I really like. In previous generations of Mercedes-Benz, it's been very difficult to just audibly say a destination. In this, they make it really easy. You say the 2 words, you tell it exactly where you want to go, and it works. If we want to go to an airport or a point of interest, "Hey Mercedes,
How may I help you?
Nearest airport. And these are the nearest airports that are around us. Now we could say the number 1, or we could simply select it.
Calculating route.
And now it's taking us to that location. And there was the 2021 Mercedes-Benz E-Class navigation system. They did a great job in 2021. The previous models, they were definitely not as responsive as this one is. The touchscreen, check this out. I mean, just how crazy fast it is. And when you look at things like the Hey Mercedes functionality inside this, where you can actually speak to the vehicle and give it commands and it just is super quick and on it, I just love it. I'm interested to know what you guys think though. After using this, do you find it to be as responsive as I do? Let me know down in the comments down below what you really think about this. Thanks for watching to the end. If you found this video informative, click that like button, comment down below with any questions, and of course subscribe to be notified when future videos like this are released.